On a cool winter's morning, the 25th of August, 1824, the seeds of a modern parliament were planted. The New South Wales Act called on Australia to form a legislative council. 5 members were put to the task of advising the highest power in the land, and this check on executive power was upheld by a long-standing oath.
I do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment and ability, faithfully advise and assist the Governor or Acting Governor of the Colony of New South Wales and its dependencies.
In all such matters brought under my consideration as a member of the Council of the said colony.
And I do swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person or persons any matter which shall be so brought upon my consideration,
or which shall come to my attention in said council.
So help me God.
On that day, 200 years ago, a lawyer, a doctor, an officer, and an explorer met as the first Legislative Council.
Good morning, gentlemen. I am pleased to progress that this, in the 4th year of our reign, to open this inaugural meeting of this fine young council.
An act to make promissory notes and bills of exchange payable in Spanish dollars available, as if such notes and bills have been drawn payable in sterling money of the realm, dated 28th of September, 1824.
Finally, an answer to the holy dollar.
it's about time. Pounds, shillings, and pence, now that's a currency for you. I say this act is right to pass.
As I consider it a matter of great importance that the factory at Parramatta should be observed, I have to direct that this institution, as well as the convict boys, should for the future be placed under the immediate protection of the council, signed Lord Bathurst. Gentlemen, we have a task of great importance ahead of us. Who here would like to put themselves forward?
I would like to. I have had day-to-day interactions with many of the convicts who constructed the women's factory in Parramatta. This new factory was to better accommodate our growing population of female offenders. I should very much like to oversee the running of said factory and the treatment of those who inhabit it.
I will join Mr. Goulburn. As chief surgeon, I believe I am best placed to inspect the hospital on the premises. A woman's hospital for the colony is much needed, particularly for those with maternal needs.
Then I propose a committee. Mr. Bowman, Mr. Goulburn, and I shall act as representatives of the council and report our findings as necessary.
We have thought fit to revoke the said warrant and the appointment of the several persons therein named as members of our said council. We do hereby nominate, constitute, and appoint the following: William Stewart, Francis Forbes, James Bowman, and Frederick Goulburn.
And so, the first 12 months of legislation concluded. And from these simple beginnings, a modern government grew with elected officials.
We have turned from advisors to lawmakers, a true representative government.
And by the 20th century, everyone in Australia could finally vote. Bills and acts were no longer hidden behind the council doors. They now belonged to everyone.
What of the next 100 years, our time and beyond?
Oh, well, as you know, in 1901, we became a state and a new nation rather than a colony, and in 1902, women gained the vote in New South Wales and Australia. Our first Aboriginal member, Linda Burney, was elected to the New South Wales Parliament in 2003. Now, the referendum for a fully elected council, that had been passed in 1978, and no government has held a majority in the Legislative Council since 1988. In the 1990s, the High Court of Australia confirmed the council's powers, and the modern committee system was established. These days, the council continues to scrutinise all legislation and hold the New South Wales government to account. It remains a particularly effective house of review.